Candace Owens decided to double, triple, quadruple down on her weird Nazi comments that she likes to make every, couple years.
This show is what the kids would call giga cringe.
You know how like originally when she really got onto the scene and she was doing a speech with, I guess, answering questions, not a speech, with Charlie Kirk, and somebody asked her about nationalism, and she originally said that the problem with Nazis wasn't nationalism, it was the fact that Hitler had dreams outside of his own borders.
But if Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine. The problem is that he had dreams outside of Germany. He wanted to globalize. He wanted everybody to be German, everybody to be speaking German, everybody to look a different way. That's not, to me, that's not nationalism.
She must be like a weird 17-year-old boy who spends way too much time on the internet, because she is bringing up World War II like a bit much. Her whole argument here is going to be that we shouldn't have gotten involved in World War II because America and the Allies winning the war made the world a worse place. I'm not joking. Listen to it yourself.
America shouldn't have gone into that Second World War.
Yeah, and that is a radical statement. People don't know how to deal with that because...
Yeah, no, we know how to deal with it. There's a word for, there's a word that people will use for you. Don't worry, we know how to weed them out. They don't know how to deal with it. Nah, we know how to deal with it. Don't you sit here and pretend. We got tools for people like you. We are well prepared.
We've all been so brainwashed by the school system to believe that, oh, look how great things are. Let me ask you about your country. Do you think that your country has become greater since? Has our country become greater since? Absolutely not.
Yes, our country is better than what it was in 1945. In almost literally every single way, besides probably the environment, we are better off now than we were in 1945, 100%. I don't know if she's gonna make any argument here about like what in what statistic or like aspect of life besides church attendance. No, it is not better. Much worse, actually. Far worse. A whole lot worse. We're the global hegemon now. Yeah, that's true. We are like the country. Like when country is typed into Google, outside of like a Reddit post from 2007 in the AI overview, once you scroll past that, the United States comes up, right? Like, I mean, we are the country. Like, of course, we're a lot better than we were in 1945. Unions have less power now. When it comes to the 1940s specifically, I think we have more protections for laborers today than we did in 1940. Union membership was higher in the 1940s. So here, it was actually the peak of union membership. Yeah, but in 1960, 22 states established a collective bargaining right for public sector employees. Workers gained right to unionize in 1962. So when it comes to rights, union rights are better than they have been in like the history of the country. When it comes to membership, it's far lower than what it was. And there's definitely holes in our labor laws, but I'm going to tell you now, you are far more protected these days under labor laws than labor laws in the 1940s. They're powerful for a select group of people. That's true. I mean, we can build back unions. We can't do it. People still have work. If people still work for a capitalist business, you can still have unions.
This whole idea of international liberalism, now it's not just about your problems, it's about solving the world's problems. Let's make sure that in Pakistan...
Why is she talking like that? You see the way she's wiggling around?
This whole idea of international liberalism, now it's not just about your problems, it's about solving the world's problems. Let's make sure that in Pakistan there's a trans flag waving. No, I actually, if Pakistan does not want to wave a trans flag, I don't even want to wave a trans flag, but why is this my business? And they're constantly trying to pollute you to make you think that it is your business. No, I actually am comfortable if that's going to be the newest smear that I have to wear, that we're isolationists. Good. I want to be concerned with justice.
Do you think that she knows why we got involved in World War II? Does she actually think that we got involved in World War II because we wanted to invoke international liberalism and spread transness to Central and Eastern Europe? Lying for a paycheck. She's just lying for herself now. I mean, she's not employed. She's unemployed. But no, yeah, I think this is weird. No way. I'm just gonna tell you this right now. No way, Candace Owens. Are you crazy? No way she would be like, just let Pearl Harbor go. I don't believe it. Wasn't Pearl Harbor worse than 9/11? What do you mean by? I mean, I guess it kind of depends on what you mean by worse. Actually, because I was gonna think like even the aftermath. Nah, the aftermath and like the millions and millions of people who were either killed or like permanently displaced in the trajectory of the Middle East after our like war on terror has like changed the course of history in such a worse way, especially for all those people in that region. I couldn't possibly say that that it was worse than less people died, more civilians died. Because I'm not, listen, for me, and let me know if you think the same. When anybody dies, it's sad. We didn't care about human rights in the 1940s. Yeah, I mean, like but I'm not sure if I don't want to say that Candace Owens doesn't care about human rights, but I don't want to say that, but I don't know, she's probably not valuing it in this. I'll say she's not valuing human rights in this comparison. There's something else that she's valuing, and it's probably marriage rates and church attendance. And those two things, and outside of marriage rates and church attendance, I think those are the only two things that she's saying when she's comparing the country being good versus the country being bad. I think that's all that she's thinking. That's the only thing that's going through her head. That's my guess, at least.
America's problems. As soon as those get resolved, I'm happy.
Oh, and trans people. Right, and trans people. Because they always think about trans people.
To peek up our head and say, oh, well, you know what? There are friends over there. The newest smear that I have to wear, that we're isolationists. Good. I want to be concerned with just America's problems. As soon as those get resolved, I'm happy to peek up our head and say, oh, well, you know what? There are friends over there in the UK. Let's see how they're doing, if we can help them. But
yeah, here's the thing, is that I really don't think that she gets it. Like, World War II was our problem. Even outside the whole Pearl Harbor thing that I guess that she's just forgetting. She's forgetting exists. We were involved in World War II by selling weapons to our European allies. And it helped us, and it helped pull us out of the Great Depression. Now, I think some people attribute a little too much to the World War II to our bounce back from the Great Depression, but it definitely helped. It didn't hurt. Getting all that money from burning Europeans definitely did not hurt. I will say, yeah, it was our problem and our duty. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. This take is, you have to not be thinking to have this take. This is something you can't have like thoughts in your head to have this opinion, right? It just doesn't make any sense. Unless she really, and I would be so shocked, unless she actually unironically believes in like rolling over after Pearl Harbor, which I can't believe it. I don't believe it. I won't believe it, actually.